Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to this YouTube video, and today I'm just going to be going over how I ended up getting to top 20 on ladder. So I ended up actually getting to 19th, which I think is around like 6,200, so really not too bad. We pushed up about like 400 trophies, on stream today, so that was really good. I did this all on my live stream as well, so I'm just gonna kind of replay the videos for you guys and just like tell you why I did the plays that I did. And honestly, some of these games are pretty crazy, so it should be really good. Perfect. Let's go into the first one. Just gonna put it on 2 just so it doesn't take too much time, but I don't know, this matchup is kind of rough in my opinion because I don't know, the Inferno. So at this point I'm just kind of like, what should I do? Like, he is the Inferno, this is unfortunate, but he ends up playing his Inferno at the start, so I'm like, what? Like, why would he do that? So we're just kind of capitalizing on it. He ends up having a Ram Rider. I'm a little bit nervous at this point. End up taking a little bit of damage here, I think, but not too bad. So I pretty much take a tower within like 40 seconds, which is pretty good. So I pretty much just need to play solid defense at this point, and that's pretty much what I do. I don't really need to play my Giant anymore, which is great, so the Inferno won't get too much value, just because I have the Night Witch, I have the Witch, so I think I should be good there. And here I'm just kind of defending. I don't use my Fisherman like great here, but the Night Witch ends up saving me. I take way too much damage. Really should have played my Fisherman better there, but it's not a big deal. I still feel comfortable that I can defend this and just hit the poison so I can do some damage to the Inferno, and just so I kill the E-Wiz. And at this point I'm like, oh my goodness, there's a lot of stuff coming at me right now, but the bats end up just coming in big. The Witch is so good compared to what it used to be, and it's actually like, I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like a mini Pecker, like a Mega Minion, in the way, in just like the damage that it's able to hit. So there we go, that's the first game done, and it really wasn't too bad of a matchup. I just kind of took advantage of him playing his Inferno in the back, and just kind of used my Witch to kill it, and then just kind of counter push. So that's pretty much the key to victory there. Gonna go into this game. I think this game was a little bit closer. I'm pretty sure it was. So just gonna go right into this one. So I think this dude starts off and he's really aggressive with his Expo. I'm not exactly sure why though. You know what I mean? He just goes in with the Expo at the start, and I'm like, what? Like, not exactly sure. So I end up doing a Witch to try and kill the Tesla quickly, which wasn't the greatest, but which kind of causes some like problems in terms of just like trying to make the person play something they don't really want to do. So that's the really good thing about the Witch now. Like, it wasn't really like that as much before. You could kind of just like play something like little and be able to like tank the damage, but like Witch does a lot of damage now, so it's pretty good. So at this point I'm like, okay, so I've got some damage on this dude, got some damage on both sides. I don't have a great cycle for defending against his Expo, but my Giant's like always close to being in cycle when he plays his Expo, so it's not too big of a deal. I also tried to use the Fisherman to just distract the Expo while I was just cycling to my Giant. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just kind of trying to take damage, or not take damage, but like just kind of like build up a push. So I'm okay with taking damage. He's just spamming the Expos at this point, and I'm like, oh, like, that's what I'm talking about in terms of taking damage. Just took a little bit. I'm a little bit nervous at this point. I don't think that Witch was all that great, but I'm like, screw it. Like, I need to go in. I need to full send it. So he ends up playing his archers on that left side, and I'm like, ooh, I can take advantage of this. So I'm like, okay. I end up getting a bit of damage there. I end up just spamming him, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is not gonna end well. And then he hits me with the fireball, and then I just hit him with the spam. He misplays his Tesla, and GG. Oh my goodness. Like, it was a close game for sure, and honestly, that was a barn burner. That was a barn burner. Like, that was such a close game. I was going crazy on stream, honestly. And Okay, let's go into this game. I see this dude's name is Expo at the start, and I'm like, is he actually playing Expo? Like, why would you name yourself the deck you're playing? It just doesn't make a lot of sense. But I'm not exactly sure how this dude played. But he definitely played a little bit different compared to the last dude. Wait, what? Okay, so I guess he plays the Expo at the start just like the last dude. Makes zero sense, man. I don't know why these people are just playing Expos at the start. Like, 2.9 is really good, and I think it's really high skill cap, but I don't know, just the Expos at the start doesn't make a lot of sense. I feel like I like this matchup better than the one with Knight, just because the Knight can kind of distract better than the Ice Golem, while the Ice Golem just kind of like tanks for a little bit while you need to like cycle the archers or something. So I also found poison was useful. So if you noticed in the last game, I was trying to poison the Expo, trying to poison archers, just trying to get any chip value I can, because I know I can defend his Expos with my giants. So that's kind of the main thing I'm looking at. I'm just getting that poison value right here, making sure he can't build up 2 Expos, so he'd be able to destroy me. So yeah, that's kind of it. Probably just kind of waiting for him to cycle right now. I guess like, yeah, so I'm playing pretty passive right now. I think he ends up playing archers here as well. Yeah, he does. I'm not exactly sure why he did this. I think it's just giving me log value and just doesn't make a lot of sense. But at this point I'm like, okay, so he's playing really passive after doing that Expo at the start. So I'm like, okay, so maybe a giant in the back would be okay. And then I think I end up hitting him with the poison right here, just to get the Expo out of the way. I was hoping that he would play archers or something, but I don't think he does. So at this point I'm like, okay, like I should be able to get a little bit of damage here at least. I end up doing the witch again there. I'm not sure if it's, yeah, I don't think that was that smart of a play again. I probably shouldn't be doing that, but I feel like it would work out in some situations. So I can again just hit him with a poison, just slowly but surely chipping him out. Sucks I didn't hit the archers here, but at least we're close to getting some damage on the tower. Giant ends up getting a shot, bats get some value. What I find with this deck is the witch is just really, really strong. So it's pretty much just like your mini P.E.K.K.A, just like your mega minion. And the Night Witch is just so clutch because all the bats that it spawns, it's just so good. So it's kind of what I'm doing. At this point I'm like, okay, like I've got a bit of damage on this dude. I figured it would be safer to use my poison on the Expo and the Tesla instead of getting the tower damage. But, ooh, okay. So, I'm not in a bad position right here. Dude's pretty much got no damage on me. I'm just kind of figuring out what he wants to do. Trying to cycle, trying to get that spell value. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Not really sure why he played his Expo like that, because again, I can poison it, but it just doesn't make sense. And I don't know, I think the last dude played better, honestly. He ends up just cycling it. I'm not exactly sure what he's doing at this point. Is he gonna go with the Expo or is he gonna go aggressive? So I'm just like, okay, like let's see what he does. He ends up playing another defensive Expo. Plays it out of poison reach this time, so that was good. He ends up getting a good fireball me, so we'll play to him. But I'm like, okay, so I've got a bit of damage on this dude. This dude's not going aggressive at all, so might as well go aggressive. And then he ends up going aggressive. So I'm like, okay, like this isn't great. Like I'm not in a great situation at all. So I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna hit him with the defensive poison and then just log. So I take a bit of damage here, which kind of freaks me out, but I'm like, I'm in a good cycle right now. He spent a lot of elixir. He also used his Tesla, which is really good. So I end up just hitting him with the poison, slowly but surely chipping him out, and yeah, that's pretty much it. He does a nice archers, but then I'm like, just gotta go in with the witch. Like this dude's pretty close to beating me, and then I just go with the prediction log, and the witch just comes up big with that last shot, man. Oh my goodness, it was insane, bro. It was insane. It was insane. So I was definitely close to losing those 2 games, but we ended up finding a way to win, and that's the main thing when it comes down to it. Not too bad at all. Not too bad at all. So this game was really interesting. I don't really know. It's just, this meta's crazy, honestly. Just Mega Knight, Bats, Witch, Wall Breakers. Like, I just can't believe Wall Breakers are good. So I start the game pretty well. Predict is minor. He gets no damage. And I'm like, what's he playing? What's he playing? I need to be kind of passive to start off. Can't overcommit or anything. And he ends up just full sending it. Like, just full sending it. Ends up hitting with the zap so the Wall Breakers connect. At this point, I'm like, damn, like, this isn't looking too great. But at least he's got Goblin Gang and Wall Breakers, and I may be able to form like a counter push off of it. So at this point, I'm like, oh no, he's got Inferno. This is not good. I honestly probably should have, like, I kind of knew that he had Inferno, but I was like, eh. Like, so I went in with the Giant anyway. I ended up missing my log here, which was a big yikes, but the skeletons end up coming in clutch. Again, it's just the Witch taking out the Inferno, which is just so huge and just puts me in such a good position. So to all those Inferno Dragon players out there, make sure to protect your Inferno, because the Witch just destroys it. The Witch is so good. I'm not sure what's better, the Night Witch or the Witch. I feel like they work well together because they both have different qualities. The Witch is kind of like a hard hitter and spawns skeletons, and then the Night Witch spawns bats, which attack air and form a bunch of bats when they die. So at this point, I'm like, damn, like, this is a bad situation. It's a really bad situation. Then I end up doing the skeletons so I can unlock the King Tower, or activate the King Tower. And at this point, I'm like, like, I had a good lead on that right side tower, but things aren't looking too great. So I'm like, okay, I can stop this dude's pushes. I just need to be smart with the Wall Breakers. So he ends up just going into the Goblin Gang. I'm okay with logging it. And then I have my Ice Spirit and Fisherman in my hand. So I feel decently comfortable with defending Wall Breakers if he chose to play them. He ends up just going in with a Mega Knight Witch push. And I'm like, oh, I probably won't be able to defend this. So I just kind of went in with the Giant Witch. So I think that was definitely the smart play. He ends up taking my tower here, which is a little bit unfortunate. But on his King Tower, I'm just getting so much damage. It's insane. So at this point, I'm like, I could lose, I could win. I didn't really understand why he did that Witch on the left side. I figured he'd go for my right side tower. But he ends up just going for the 3-card and just full stunning it, and just doesn't make any sense to me. My poison pretty much wipes out all of his troops, and then I just do the Fisherman to pull it over. It's really not a big deal at this point, and it's pretty much game. He ends up holding on for a little bit, but yeah, pretty much game. Inferno ends up coming in a little bit clutch for him, but the Witches are just so good, bro. So good. And then the poison's just wiping out the Goblin Gang with the help of the Witches, and the Witch locks on, and that is gonna be GG, well played. So I don't know, it was definitely an interesting game. Felt a little bit sketchy at some points. The Witch and Mega Knight combo seems to be a decent combo alongside the Miners, so I don't know, could be something to look for in the future. Wall Breakers also seem really good, so that's kind of the vibe. I think this is the game for 19th in the world. So yeah, we're gonna watch this and I will explain to you guys what is going on. If you guys have any questions in the comments, feel free to let me know as well, for sure. Would love to answer them. But this game was interesting. I don't know, I'll let it play out and kind of explain to you guys as it's going along. He's playing Wall Breakers instead of like a Balaram or something, and it was interesting. So at this point, I'm like Dark Prince. So I'm thinking maybe Golem, maybe Graveyard. I'm not too familiar with these meta decks, or these like new meta decks, I guess you could say. So I'm just kind of like maybe Golem, maybe Graveyard. Then since he used his poison, I'm like maybe P.E.K.K.A, maybe Graveyard still, but probably P.E.K.K.A. So then he ends up just going in with Wall Breakers. I'm like, damn, like I So we end up getting there in time. Wall breakers just travel so fast though, so you gotta be ready at all times. So I end up getting a decent bit of damage with the fisherman, and I end up getting the poison on his magic archer. So at this point, I'm like, okay, like I'm in a good position, and then I just do a witch in the back, which handles the P.E.K.K.A pretty easily, which is nice. I'm still a little bit sketched out because the dude just does a P.E.K.K.A in the back. So he does a fisherman. I'm like, this isn't great. I need to keep this witch alive. I end up doing a fisherman on the fish, or for the fisherman. So they end up kind of canceling each other out. I mean, our fisherman stays alive, but you get the point. It just goes to the useless lane. And then we just kind of counter push. So I had the choice to play my witch here, but I played my night witch because I knew that he was going to play his dark prince. So it's kind of why I played a night witch. And the night witch is better against the dark prince compared to a normal witch, of course. So I end up taking the tower. There's a minute left. He's pretty much got no damage on my tower, and I feel pretty comfortable with defending his pushes. So I'm like, I've got this game. But still need to play good. He ends up playing a P.E.K.K.A in the back. I wasn't exactly sure what to think. I'm like, please, can I not choke this game? Please, can I not choke this game? That's pretty much what I'm saying. But at this point, I'm like, that's a decent fisherman. But then the fisherman ends up like not killing it, and then the P.E.K.K.A ends up coming over, and like it's just a whole thing, and it's just wasting time. So there's only 20 seconds left, and I'm like, yes, dude, yes. Top 20 on ladder, not bad. So at this point, I'm like, GG. So the games were definitely interesting. I think they were decent games. The wall breakers are so fast, though. I think if you've them in the right deck, they're really, really good. But yeah, 2 elixir for them is just insane. Insane. I'm currently 119 in the world right now, which isn't great, isn't bad. Here's the actual deck as well if you guys want to check it out. It's a pretty good deck. I just started playing it honestly 2 days ago, or probably 2 days ago, and I've been having a lot of success with it. I did this all on my live stream as well, so it wasn't too bad, honestly. I'm on a bit of a losing streak right now, but it happens. Lava Hound Balloon kind of kills me. I don't know. I feel like it must have been like a snipe or something. Like, this deck is just insane, but definitely should have won that one. This one was interesting, and this one was a good game. So it isn't perfect. I'm not perfect with it, but I'm learning. Pushed up 400 trophies on stream and got to top 20 with it. So it's probably a solid deck, to be honest with you guys. I usually rock out with RG, but it seems to be pretty good. So I'm gonna probably keep going with it. See what I can do this season. Hopefully I can have a good finish. I just need to play consistently, and yeah, that's pretty much it. But again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comments. Feel free to come watch my stream, twitch.tv/Nick Jackson, and feel free to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, all that. Feel free to subscribe and like the video if you like the video, and tell me if you want to see more ladder videos, if you want to see like grand challenge videos, if you want to see me play the Elixir Golem, if you want to see an OP deck with the Elixir Golem, anything like that. I know it's coming out soon, I think. Yeah, it's coming out relatively soon, so just let me know what you guys are feeling and want to see, because I'm definitely open to doing it. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. Peace out, guys. I hope you have a great day, and peace.